head on the cold window pane, watching the clouds try to swallow the rain. The map of the heavens is missing its light, just a velvet curtain drawn over the night. I used to find guidance in the glow of your eyes. They were the North Star in my lonely skies. But someone reached up and they flicked off the spark. Now I'm just a traveler lost in the dark. We sat on the roof back in late July, counting the promises written on high. You told me that always was fixed like the sun, but even the brightest of days must be done. Now the telescope's dusty, the lenses all blurred. I'm searching for meaning in a silent word. The constellations have all drifted apart, like the shattered remains of a telescope heart. And I'm looking up at a sky without stars, tracing the distance between where we are, a hollow horizon, an infinite black. I'm calling your name, but it's not coming back. It's a cinematic silence, a heavy goodbye written in ink on a featureless sky. I'm a moon without gravity, drifting too far under the weight of a sky without stars. The streetlights are humming a lonely refrain, reflecting the puddles and marking my pain. They're artificial, they're neon and cheap. They don't hold the secrets I wanted to keep. I'm trying to remember the shape of your light, but it's fading so fast in this permanent night. I'm reaching for nothing, I'm grasping at air in the universe empty, because you're not there. Is there a light here that I haven't crossed to find the direction of everything lost? I'd navigate shadows and walk through the void to save the one world that our silence destroyed. But the gravity's gone and the anchor is broken, lost in the space of the words we left unspoken. Yeah, I'm looking up at a sky without stars, tracing the distance between where we are, a hollow horizon, an infinite black. I'm calling your name, but it's not coming back. It's a cinematic silence, a heavy goodbye written in ink on a featureless sky. I'm a moon without gravity, drifting too far under the weight of a sky without stars. Yeah, I'm looking up at a sky without stars, tracing the distance between where we are, a hollow horizon, an infinite black. I'm calling your name, but it's not coming back. It's a cinematic silence, a heavy goodbye written ink on a featureless sky. I'm a moon without gravity, drifting too far under the weight of a sky without stars. No silver lining, no glimmer of light, just the long, long dark of a winter night. Looking for you in the empty blue, a sky without stars, without you. the words we didn't have the heart to say. I'm sitting on the rug where we used to dream, before the golden thread ripped at the seam. The room is growing darker as the shadows creep, and I've got promises I'm too tired to keep. I'm staring at the soot, at the ghost of the heat. Listen to the winter rain against the street. You were the fire that kept the world at bay, the light that chased the bitter ghosts away. But we stopped feeding what we worked to build, and now the empty space is all that's filled. I try to blow on the ash to find a spark, but I'm just a lonely gardener in the dark. The smoke is stinging, blurring out my sight, as the last of us disappears into the night. And I'm watching the light of a dying ember, trying to forget what I'll always remember. A flickering glow on a cold stone floor, a shadow of the love we don't have anymore. It's a cinematic end, a slow motion burn to a lesson in heartbreak I didn't wanna learn. Yeah, I'm shivering here as the colors turn blue over the dying ember of me and you. The air is heavy with the scent of what's gone. A midnight soul waiting for a grayscale dawn. I see your silhouette in the rising haze, a phantom of our better, brighter days. My hands are shaking, reaching for the ghost of the person in this world I love the most. But the heat is a memory, the flame is a lie, just a beautiful way for a fire to die. Saved it, could I have stayed before the glow started to fracture and fade? I'm holding the matches, but the box is all wet with the tears of a girl who isn't finished yet. But you can't force a fire when the oxygen's gone. You're just standing in the smoke until the break of dawn. Yeah, I'm watching the light of a dying ember, trying to forget what I'll always remember. A flickering glow on a cold stone floor, a shadow of the love we don't have anymore. It's a cinematic end, a slow motion burn to a lesson in heartbreak I didn't wanna learn. Yeah, I'm shivering here as the colors turn blue over the dying ember of me and you. It's almost out now, the light in the room, just a final spark in the beautiful gloom. Goodbye to the fire, goodbye to the glow. In the cold gray ash, I'm letting you go. chased has finally slipped away. We used to carve our names into the ancient bark. Now those letters are just scars, shivering in the dark. The air smells like damp earth and things that couldn't last. I'm walking through the cathedral of our heavy past. The ferns are bowing down as if they know the truth. I'm leaving behind the wild green gardens of our youth. Where we would sit is frozen to the bone, a jagged mirror reflecting me standing here alone. The birds have all flown south, they didn't say goodbye. They left me with the echoes of a pale and empty sky. I used to feel so safe beneath these towering pines, but now the shadows look like jagged broken lines. I'm losing my direction, I'm losing where to go, since the roots we planted together stopped their will to grow. So it's a long farewell to the forest of us, watching the emerald turn into dust. It's a cinematic end to the shade where we hid, forgetting the magic in everything we did. The wind is a cello playing low and deep for the promises we were too tired to keep. I'm walking out the clearing, leaving you behind in the tangled mossy branches of my mind. They say that nature heals, but I'm still bleeding out in the middle of the silence and the ghost of a shout. I'm touching the moss, it feels like velvet on a grave, for the version of forever that I couldn't say. The mist is rolling in, it's blurring out the trees. I'm falling to the forest floor down on my knees. The pines are standing tall, they've seen it all before. Another broken heart walking through the forest door. If I turn around, will the path still be there? Or has the wilderness swallowed every prayer? I'm terrified of the sunlight on the open road, because this forest was the only home I ever showed. But the fire has gone out and the wood is all damp. I'm just a lonely traveler with a broken leg. Yeah, it's a long farewell to the forest of us, watching the emerald turn Goodbye to the timber, goodbye to the rain. I'm leaving the shelter, but I'm keeping the pain. Just a whisper in the leaves, one last breath before I go. The forest is sleeping underneath the winter snow. Ask anything. The sound of a slow mechanical clock taking phase into a deep resonant piano melody. A sad violin enters, playing along, cinematic pull that feels like it's stretching through years. The sound is spacious, relaxing yet hauntingly hollow. The wallpaper is peeling in the hall, where our shadows used to dance against the wall. I found your watch inside a dusty drawer. It doesn't pulse with rhythm anymore. I try to hold the seconds in my fist, but they turn to silver vapor and a mist. The calendar is lying on the floor, marking days you don't come through the door. I'm looking at the lines around my eyes, a map of every hello and a goodbye. The mirror is a stranger I don't know, reflecting someone left here long ago. Gravity is pulling at my heart, tearing every us and we apart. I'm a statue in a garden of regret, waiting for a sun that's already set. I'm bending underneath the heavy hand of time, paying for a love that felt like a crime. It's a slow motion thud, a relentless beat of the years turning bitter and the days turning sweet. Everything we were is just a weathered stone in a field of forever that I'm walking alone. Oh, it's a cinematic ache, a rhythm and a rhyme to the crushing weight of the heavy hand of time. I'm revisiting the places where we stayed, watching how the vibrant colors fade. The park bench is rotting in the rain, a wooden monument to all this quiet pain. I'm reaching for a version of your hand that's buried deep beneath the shifting sand. Time is a thief, but it's also a cage, and I'm just a sentence on a yellow page. Could I turn the gears? Could I flip the glass and watch the ghost of our future pass? But the spring is wound too tight, the metal starts to groan, and I'm left with the silence I've finally grown to own. You can't bargain with the hours, you can't buy back the dawn. You just wake up one morning and realize you're gone. Yeah, I'm bending underneath the heavy hand of time, paying for a love that felt like a crime. It's a slow motion thud, a relentless beat of the years turning bitter and the days turning sweet. Everything we were is just a weathered stone in a field of forever wake up one morning and I realize you're gone. Yeah, I'm bending underneath the heavy hand of time, paying for a love that felt like a time. The mirror shows a person that I used to know, but the light behind the eyes went out a year ago. I'm walking through the grocery store, I'm standing in the rain, but I'm just a passenger inside this quiet pain. I go through all the motions, I say that I'm okay, but I'm lost inside the static of these gray December days. I've got your old blue sweater draped across the chair, holding on to something that's no longer really there. I used to be a mountain, I used to be a flame. Now I'm just the echo of a whispered broken name. You took the architecture, you took the inner light, and left me with the blueprints of a long and lonely night. The walls are still standing, the roof is still intact, but the spirit left the building, that's a cold and bitter fact. I'm a vessel with no cargo, a map with no more land, just a castle made of memories that's crumbling in the sand. Disaster where a story used to dwell. The porcelain is shining, but the inside's gone to hell, ringing like a cracked and lonely silver bell. I'm a cinematic ghost, a shadow in the swell, living in the wreckage of a hollow shell. Yeah, I'm breathing into nothing and I'm wearing it so well. Just a hollow vibrant, looking new, while I'm the faded photograph of what I thought was true. You filled your life with color, you moved into the sun, while I'm still figuring out how to be just one. There's a silence in my chest where the music used to play. 2025 winter that refuses to go away. I'm a house with no furniture, a book with no more ink, standing on the shoreline, watching everything sink. Searching for a spark, I'm a costume with no actor, I'm a single with no song, just trying to remember where the me went wrong. Yeah, I'm just a hollow shell, a beautiful disaster where a story used to dwell. The porcelain is shining, but the inside's gone to hell, ringing like a cracked and lonely silver bell. A shadow in the swell, living in the wreckage of a hollow shell. Knock on the door and nobody's home, just the wind in the hall and the white of the bone. Empty, so empty, just a hollow shell. standing still on a neon street while 1,000 shoes click clack at my feet. The world is a blur of umbrellas and coats, a sea of strangers in their separate boats. I'm brushed by shoulders, I'm pushed by the tide, but nobody sees the collapse here inside. I'm screaming your name in the back of my throat, but it's drowned by the bus and the city light note. The coffee shop hums with a warm, steady drone, but I've never felt more entirely alone. Laughter is ringing from a table of four while I'm staring holes in the cracks of the floor. I'm surrounded by ghosts in a high definition town, watching the colors of us wash right down. I'm a ghost in the static, a glitch in the scene, caught in the maybe of what could have been. And oh, it's the loneliness of the crowd, where the silence of us is getting too loud. A million faces, but I'm looking for one in a sky that's forgotten the light of the sun. It's a cinematic game, a beautiful blue, being surrounded by people, but missing just you. I'm drowning in shadows where the lights are too bright, in the loneliness of the crowd tonight. I check my reflection in a sharp window pane. I look like a stranger who's caught in the rain. I'm wearing my heartbreak like a heavy wool coat, with a lead-heavy anchor tied to my boat. Everyone's talking, but nobody's heard the shattering sound of my final word. We're all just atoms bumping in space, searching for a home in a foreign place. If I reached out my hand, would someone take hold? Or is everyone here just as tired and cold? I'm a needle in haystacks, I'm a leaf in the wind, paying the price for the way that we sinned. I'm invisible, baby, I'm translucent skin in a world that won't let me back in. Yeah, it's the loneliness of the crowd, where the silence of us is getting too loud. A million faces, but I'm looking for one in a sky that's forgotten the light of the sun. It's a cinematic game, a beautiful blue, being surrounded by people, but missing just you. Yeah, I'm drowning in shadows where the lights are too bright, in the loneliness of the crowd tonight. So many people, but nowhere to go. The loneliest river with the steadiest flow, just a face in the hall, waiting for your call. Lost in the crowd, lost in it all. hits the hardwood floor in the same golden rectangle it did before. The dust motes are dancing in a hollow space where I used to look up and see your face. I haven't moved the cushion or the velvet throw. I'm guarding the spot where you used to go. The tea is gone cold in a porcelain cup. I've memorized the wood grain, the curve of the wood. I talk to the silence if I thought that I could. It's the heaviest thing in this light-filled room, a skeletal throne in a beautiful bloom. I sit across from it, dinner for one, watching the shadows until they are gone. It's just an object, a frame and some cloth, but it's the flame that destroyed the moth. They don't paint in a portrait of an empty chair, of the ghost of the man who's no longer there. It's a masterpiece of missing, a gallery of gone, the hardest thing I've ever had to look upon. A hollow wooden heart in a house full of air, just a lonely portrait of an empty chair. Nostalgia is a pigment that never quite dries. It's staining the floor and it's blurring my eyes. I find a stray thread from the sweater you wore, tangled in the rug by the bedroom door. I should move the furniture, change the whole view to stop every corner from screaming of you. But if I shift the seat, then the memory breaks, and that's a finality my heart cannot take. So I leave you right there at the head of the scene, the silent commander of everything in between. Is it a crime to worship the space, to fall in love with the void of your face? I'm a curator of shadows, a keeper of breath, studying the life in this furniture's death. I'm not ready for the room to be mine. I'm not ready for the sun not to shine on that chair. I'm painting a portrait of an empty chair, of the ghost of the man who's no longer there. It's a masterpiece of missing, a gallery of gone, the hardest thing I've ever had to look upon. A hollow wooden heart in a house full of air, just a lonely portrait of an empty chair. Just wood and wire, and a love that didn't tire. The seat is vacant, but the pain is still there in the portrait of an empty chair. The boardwalk is empty, the summer is dead, the sky is the color of things left unsaid. The salt in the air feels like glass on my skin, a cold conversation I'm destined to win. I'm Walking the shoreline where we used to run before we grew tired of the heat and the sun. Now the water is gray and the seagulls are gone, and I'm just a shadow waiting for dawn. The waves are like a racer, steady and slow, cleaning the places where we used to go. I find a piece of driftwood bleached by the years. It looks like a heart that's run out of tears. I remember the way you were drawing the grid, a circle of always, and we lived inside it. But the ocean is hungry, the ocean is deep, and it doesn't care for the vows that we keep. And now I'm down on my knees, tracing stars in the sand of a life that just slipped through the palm of my hand, writing your name where the tide meets the shore, knowing I won't see your face anymore. It's a cinematic heartbreak, a beautiful sting, the ghost of a song that we no longer sing. Every line that I draw is a memory I'm losing in this blue lonely rhythm of the life I'm not choosing. The pier is a skeleton against the dark blue, a jagged reminder of me without you. I'm looking for shells that the storm might have left, a small hollow comfort for the lonely and bereft. My fingerprints safe from the cold and the grit. I'm building a temple, then destroying it. Blue eyes and it's blurry on the world's out awake. Wrapping them heavy cause I'm hiding in souls. If I write it deep enough, will the water stay back? Can I stop the forever from turning to black? I'm fighting the moon and I'm fighting the sea, but the tide always wins when it comes to you and me. I'm just a mark on the coast, a smudge on the glass, watching the ghost of our happiness pass. Yeah, I'm still on my knees, tracing scars in the sand of a life that just slipped through the palm of my hand, writing your name where the tide meets the shore, knowing I won't see your face anymore. It's a cinematic heartbreak, a beautiful sting, the ghost of a song that we no longer sing. Every line that I draw is a memory I'm losing in this blue lonely rhythm of the life I'm not choosing. Hey. Tracing the skies before they wash away, nothing to leave at the end of the day, just the salt and the foam and the long walk home, tracing the scars in the sand, in the sand. Didn't hear the lock turn or the closing of the door. I just woke up to a quiet I hadn't felt before. The kettle's on the stove, but it forgot how to scream. I'm caught in the wreckage of a midwinter dream. I'm checking all the corners for a whisper or a sigh, but the walls are holding secrets they refuse to let fly. You didn't leave a note, you didn't leave a trace, just a cold hollow vacuum in your favorite place. I try to hum a melody we used to call our own, but it dies in my throat, leaving me more alone. The television's flickering with the volume on zero, watching the credits of a fallen tragic hero. I'm listening to the static between my own heartbeats, like the sound of the snow on the late night streets. It's a guest I didn't ask for, sitting in your chair, a heavy thick presence made of nothing but air. And now I'm drowning in this uninvited silence. It's a beautiful, terrible, quiet kind of violence. No crashing of the glass, no final angry word, just the loudest goodbye that I've never even heard. It's filling up the hallways, it's soaking through the floor, a ghost of the love that isn't living here anymore. It's a cinematic ache, a hollowed out defiance, living in the shadow of this uninvited silence. I used to fear the shouting, the thunder of our pride, but I trade the stillness for a storm back inside. At least the rain was something I could touch and I could feel, but this absence is a phantom that's starting to get real. I reach across the sheets and I find a desert plain where the silence is a fever and the quiet is a stain. I'm an echo in a canyon, waiting for a sound, but I'm buried 6 feet under in this wordless ground. Break the glass and the door, tell me that you hate me. Anything to stop the way this nothingness has shaped me. I'm screaming at the ceiling, but the sound just falls back down like a heavy laden anchor where I'm destined to drown. It's the 2020 fervent, a love and lonely year, and the quiet is the only thing I'm allowed to hear. Yeah, I'm drowning in this uninvited silence. It's a beautiful, terrible, quiet kind of violence. No crashing of the glass, no final angry word, just the loudest goodbye that I've never even heard. It's filling up the hallways, it's soaking through the floor, a ghost of the love that isn't living here anymore. It's a cinematic ache, a hollowed out defiance, living in the shadow of this uninvited silence. It's so quiet now, I can hear the shadows move. Nothing left to say, nothing left to prove. Can you hear it? The sound of us turning into uninvited silence. Uninvited silence. The street lamps flicker in the winter haze, a ghostly white to match my frozen days. I'm walking down the path we used to take, when forever didn't feel like a mistake. The air is thin, it's biting at my skin, a reminder of the cold you left me in. My breath is visible, a clouded sigh, trailing like a ghost across the sky. I see your footprints where they used to be, but the falling frost is erasing you from me. The silence is a weight I cannot bear, like a heavy coat that leads to nowhere. I reach into my pocket for your hand, but I'm just a stranger in a hollow land. The world is muffled, draped in lace and white, but there's a darkness in the middle of the light. And I'm hearing whispers in the snow of all the secrets we let go. They're falling softly on the frozen ground. The loneliest, the most beautiful sound. 1,000 I love yous buried in the drift. A final cold and bitter parting gift. I'm calling out your name, but the wind just blows through the whispers in the snow. They say that winter puts the world to sleep, but there are promises that I still keep. Like a frozen river, I'm stuck in place, searching for the outline of your face. The frost is creeping up the window pane, like a map of everywhere I feel the pain. It's a cinematic end to a tragic play. Watch the colors of us simply fade to gray. I'm hearing whispers in the snow of all the secrets we let go. They're falling softly on the frozen ground. The loneliest, the most beautiful sound. 1,000 I love yous buried in the drift. A final cold and bitter parting gift. I'm calling out your name, getting quieter now. Just the white noise, the frost on my brain.